Eric Peterson with Arborisk here. Today's weekly business tip is on bringing your employees back to work after COVID-19. Now, I'm sure most of you are like me and are just really excited to getting back to life as it was before the coronavirus pandemic. However, that's just not going to be the case, at least in the immediate time. So we put together this little weekly tip to talk about a few things that tree service owners need to pay attention to when they bring employees back to work. The very first thing is something that we've always seen. It's not new, but that's OSHA's general duty clause. Really what that says is the employers must maintain and provide a safe workplace for their employees. It's left general so that it encompasses a lot of different risks and exposures employees face every day in the workplace. The new exposure that we're dealing with now is virus or any contagion that comes within your company. So you need to obviously do whatever you can from a disinfecting standpoint, from a different policies and procedures of separating employees and all those different things that you've heard about in the news the last, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. You need to maintain that when you do fully reopen and bring everyone back to the office, to the shop, and what have you. So make sure that you're not violating just that general duty clause of not providing a safe workplace for your employees. Now, the OSHA is also recommending, or will be actually requiring, an infectious disease recovery plan or response plan. Now that's a written document that you're going to need to have within your company that outlines details on what to do if there is an infection outbreak within your company. It will go through the infection source, identifying that, communication methods within your team, desanitizing or decontamination, I should say, recovery methods, all those different things. So there's going to be a plan that you're going to be required to have as part of your policies and procedures when this is all said and done. Now let's talk real quick about OSHA, Recordable and Reportables. If you do have an employee that comes to work, shows signs of the COVID-19, and you send that employee home, either to self-treat at home or self-quarantine, or that ends up going into the doctor, either way, if they do test positive for COVID-19, that should be a recordable incident for OSHA. Okay? If nothing else comes of it, that's all it is a recordable. If they go to the hospital and are admitted overnight, just like any workplace injury, it would be a reportable incident. The reason we're advising clients to do this is because we don't know exactly how it's going to happen into the future, and you don't know if it's going to actually spread within your company. So we want to make sure you're not going to get in violation with OSHA for not doing a recordable or reportable incident. The last point I want to talk about is the Families First Coronavirus Recovery Act, FFCRA. This deals with giving additional paid sick time off. It's an additional 2 weeks for if someone does actually become infected with COVID-19 or are caring for someone that's infected with it. It's 2 weeks of paid time off from now until the end of the year. So December 31st, 2020, this expires. It also has a built-in 10-week pay period or 10 weeks of unpaid leave that can be granted for children's schools being closed or daycares or caring for someone else again. So in the article, we have links to the actual document that you need to follow now, the Families First Coronavirus Recovery Act. Because of all the changes with the regulation and everything that's going on in the world today, we put together a webinar that we're hosting on Wednesday, April 29th at noon Central Time. So click the link in this email that you can sign up for that webinar, but it's going to go through some of the things that you're going to be subjected to and need to take care of as the business owner within this recovery period here as we get through the reopening of your business and your county, your state, and America. So please be well, please be safe, please reach out to an Arborisk team member with any questions, and we'll get through this together.